I got a good one for you, a really wonderful one. Um, Something came to me in the middle of the night, in the god hours, and I just had to post it. I posted it on Facebook, and I think I posted it on YouTube. But your success. Oh, hang on a second. Your success has nothing to do with the following things: a credit score, past relationships, your upbringing, generation, cursedness or generational curses, past abuse, education level, being born rich or poor, how many babies you have or don't have, your body. Reasons you're not successful, okay? Hard headedness, no discipline, bringing your past into your present, no emotional control, no confidence, being ungrateful, toxic mindset, broke mindset, closed closed mindset. In other words, successful people know how to control their mind, emotions, and energy. Okay? So that's where you start. Learning how to control your mind, emotions, and energy will tell you how to control your education, your body, your credit score, your present, people around you, and everything else on the above list. All right? So we're gonna start with a few things. The first thing I think everybody have to learn how to control is their emotions. Everybody have to learn how to control their emotions. I know our emotions are governed by the mood, and as above, so below. You know, on a deeper level, our emotions are controlled by numbers. Okay, for those of you that are familiar with numbers, we know that our emotions are controlled by numbers. All right, I'll just leave it like that. Um, so basically, for example, sometimes you might feel angry and you want to go kill somebody or hurt somebody, but instead of doing it, you control that emotion. All right, and you don't do it. All right. Sometimes you might feel like having reckless sex, you know, with a random person or something like that, risking getting a STD, risking having a baby or something like that, and you don't do it. You know, sometimes you feel like, hey, you got a couple dollars, but it's your last dollar, and you feel like you just want to go party, but instead of doing it, you invest that money or you hold on to that money. Okay, so because people don't know how to control their emotions, or even here's an even better one. Whenever you at the grocery store or any cash register, even a hardware store at Lowe's, they always have these items right there when you're trying to check out. All you're doing is trying to pay, but they got a whole bunch of Snicker bars, candy, just impulse items right there, right, for you to purchase because they know your emotions will have you grabbing that Snicker bar, that candy bar, okay, and they tell you it's an impulse item, okay. They know you cannot control your emotion. Just was watching the XRP video. Okay, what's up, confidence without ego? I'll let you get back to it. I'm probably not going to be here but another 20, 30 minutes. Um, so basically, yeah, that was a fire video I did yesterday. Thank you for mentioning that. Y'all go watch that video I did yesterday. But anyhow, uh first, learn how to control your emotions. I believe our emotions is what gets us in trouble above anything. Our emotions, we cannot control our emotions, you know, for the most part. Um, for the most part, that's what gets people in trouble. You know, we've all been the person or seen the person that somebody cuts them off in traffic and they just so angry they you go chase the person down or or you just do something silly because somebody cut you off in traffic, or we've all been the person or seen a person that got cheated on and go do something crazy like, you know, something to get us to go to jail. You know, we've all been the person or seen a person that somebody bump your shoulder, in public or something like that, and you want to fight, you know. So we have to control our, and we definitely all been the person that, had a few dollars in our pocket and spend it frivolously instead of being responsible with that money, right? So if you can control your emotion, I strongly believe from my experience, once you start to control your emotions, your mind will take account of this. Your mind will take account of this. And your mind will be like, okay. And I see your mind as your God self, your God self. It will take account of this and it'll be like, okay, this motherfucker got control of their emotions. Like they're in full control of the steering wheel, full control. Okay. Um, so we have no choice but to obey them, right? So now you have your emotions under control. Now your mind is in alignment, okay? Your mind is what manifests everything to you. Once your mind is in alignment with your emotions, it's manifesting time, okay? It's manifesting time. But your emotions, whatever you're emotionally connected to, is what's going to manifest, okay? But your mind has to also give it permission, so to speak, okay? Because for example, sometimes you're um emotionally, for example, emotionally you're horny. Emotionally you're horny, right? But your mind is like, yo, let's not do nothing reckless, okay? Or emotionally you want to go buy a new car because your car broke down, but your mind is like, yo, let's not do nothing reckless. Let's not just go buy a new car and fuck up our credit, or go buy another car that's another lemon, right? So your mind has to give permission. Your mind can stop you or tell you to go ahead, right? Your emotions can override your mind. That's why people be like, what are you, out of your mind? You know what I'm saying? Because you literally have to be out of your mind and your emotions have to have full control. All right. So once you control your emotions and your mind, you're in your mind, you're not out of your mind, you're in your mind. So your mind is on board, your intelligence is on board. Your intellect and your emotions are in sync. That's a wonderful way to say it. Once your intellect and your emotions are in sync, what's going to happen is you're going to produce an energy. You're going to produce a certain type of energy. Okay? There's three things: emotions, mental, the Christ self, the God self, the mental, the mind, and energy. Those three things is what's going to make you manifest. Once your emotions is pushing and your mind opens the door for your emotions to go through, you're going to have an energy about you. You're going to have an energy about you. That energy is what's going to attract another energy. Okay? That energy is what's going to attract another energy. And it's whatever energy you're in alignment with. Okay? So, for example, if you're emotionally charged to go fight somebody and your emotions take over your mind, believe me, trouble's going to find you. Trouble will find you. You will have an emotional connection with somebody else that wants to fight. Okay? If you're emotionally feeling sexually reckless and your mind, you're out of your mind, your emotions take over all your inhibitions in your mind, you will find somebody else to have reckless sex with. Okay, and you just have to pray you don't come out of it with an STD or a baby or some type of abusive situation. All right. Um, the energy that you are emitting is what manifests. Okay, the energy you are emitting is what manifests. That's why, we can vibe with a person. They call it we vibing, because your energies are a match. Or when you're not vibing, that means your energies are not a match. Okay, everything is a vibrational match. Everything is a vibe. Everything is a vibe. There's this new saying called I'm people be saying I'm a whole vibe, stuff like that. I guess they trying to say they cool, or whatever. But subconsciously we all know that word vibe is what causes manifestation. Okay? So you have to learn how to control your emotions, your mind, and um that will what's the word I'm looking for? That will give the universe the type of vibe you're on. Okay, and then that will uh be the vibrational match to whatever you manifest in your life. Okay, so if you're feeling a lot of anger and everything like that, and you just want to be angry, and that emotional anger um surpasses your mind, your mind allows that emotional anger to get through it, because it's like you're just out of your mind. Okay, the universe is going to find more things for you to be angry about. You know what I'm saying? My phone was tripping this rising, and I'm trying to get into my Airbnb account, and I'm literally pissed off. I'm so pissed off. And my baby's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I can't get into the account. I don't know what's wrong with the phone." And I'm like, "Man, let me get on here and do a video or something, because I just need to not be angry. I need to be anything but angry right now." Okay. And that's one of the things I do when I feel like I'm about to be angry or have an emotion that I don't want to have. I just use that energy for something else, or use that emotion for something else. You just switch gears, as they say. Yep. You said, do we overthink? Um, Overthinking is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Okay. Overthinking is an unbalancedness. It's an unbalancedness. We all do it or have done it and stuff like that. Overthinking is toxicity. Let me explain. There are people that are professional liars. When I say professional liars, they've been trained to lie. Like, for example, military, special forces people, you're trained to lie. Certain business people are trained to lie. They master their body language. Lawyers, even lawyers, train their clients a lot of times to lie, right? And in training somebody to lie, you train them to master their body language and their eye movement, their words, the tone of their words, all that stuff, right? But the one thing you cannot train a person to do, because it doesn't lie, is their energy. You cannot you could train a person to manage their emotions, manage their mind. And there's a guy that goes around teaching people how to manage your energy. But in his way, he's teaching you how to manage your energy as far as if you feel restful or sleepy, go to sleep. That's why a lot of these companies now, they allow the employees to take naps on their break. They have full beds and everything in these buildings, right? um However your energy feels, he teaches to just go with that, right? When I'm talking about energy, I'm talking about, or on this video right now to Ye, I'm talking about the energy field around you. The energy field around you cannot lie. It cannot lie. The energy field around you cannot lie. Okay, that's why people will pick up on the energy field around you and then treat you accordingly. Okay? So if somebody pick up on your energy field that you're a sucker, they're going to treat you for a sucker. You know, if they pick up on your energy field you're gay, they're going to try you, you know, like you gay. If they pick up on your energy field that you're somebody powerful, they'll probably treat you with a lot of honor, like you're somebody powerful. If they pick up on your energy field like you're lying, you know, they'll treat you as such, or that you're, you know, we've all seen it or been a example of, you know, telling the truth, and then it's that one person that pick up on our energy field that we're telling the truth, and it only matters to that one person. It might be the judge or that one person on the jury or the one person that it really matters to. And thank goodness we're like, okay, that one person pick up on our energy field that we're telling the truth, right? So I'm speaking about energy in that perspective on this video right now. So when you overthink, you surpass that energy field. You're looking past the energy field and you're literally just going by whatever you think. You're literally, so in other words, it's like people say, you can't see what's right in front of you. Okay, that saying comes from you can't see the energy field that's right in front of you. Okay, something could be right in front of you. The lottery number right there. All you gotta do is go get a dollar and go play it. But you can't see it because you overthinking, man, that's not the number. God, it can't be that easy. Man, that shit ain't gonna play. Boom. Later on that night, that number come out straight. Straight. Okay? Because you're overthinking. You're seeing past the energy field. That's true. Yeah. So when you overthink, you're being toxic. Okay? And then the opposite, when you're gullible, you don't think at all. That's toxic also. And then there's all the levels of balance in between. All right? There are all the levels of balance in between. The goal is perfect balance, but nobody will ever be perfectly balanced year round, 24/7. There'll be times in your life you will be perfectly balanced, but not always and forever. Okay? So if you can manage your emotions, right? You already know. Let me go back to the list. If you can manage your emotions, you already know. Let's go with hard-headedness, right? A lot of us been hard-headed, you know, from being young. If you can manage your emotions, let's look at why a lot of us are hard-headed, right? We feel like we know what we doing and the person don't know. The reason why we feel like we know what we're doing and the other person don't know is because our emotions is telling us something. You know, um, you want to drive from here from North Carolina to New York, and somebody tell you don't. Well, let's just take a better example. You want to be with this guy or this girl, and your mom, your dad, your friends, family, whoever telling you, yo, don't, that ain't the one. That is not the one. Me and my baby was just talking about it, right? That ain't the one. But you hard headed. You hard headed. Everybody else could see the energy field around that person, but you can't see the energy field. You hard headed because you don't have control of your emotions. Your emotions don't went past your mind. So now you're out of your mind. Okay? And now they say your hard-headedness, meaning like your pineal gland is hardened, it's calcified. You can't see clearly, right? As young people go through it all the time. You would think older people would humble themselves as a little child, but a lot of older people are do the same thing, right? Discipline. A lot of people have no discipline because again, your emotions out of control. All right. Um bringing your past into your present. People bring their past into their present because they're emotionally connected to their past. They're emotionally connected to their past. All right? No emotional control. That's self-explanatory. Um, no confidence. All right? Most people, most of the time when we're going through a period in life when we don't have any confidence, it's because we just um dealing with things from the past. We're dealing with, you know, um things people have told us you ain't shit, all that type of stuff. Being ungrateful, you know. I never get why people are so ungrateful. I've always been grateful my whole life. That one just baffles me how, people can receive so many blessings or so many harvests and just ungrateful, man. That really, like, that's a doozy for me. I really can't explain that one, but you know, maybe I could put in the comment section why y'all think people are so ungrateful sometimes. Grateful to wake up. Yeah. Grateful to rise up, man. Grateful I could just speak. Grateful I my eyes working, my ears working. I got a beautiful woman. I got a beautiful life. I'm man, no matter what happens, I have so much to be grateful for. My offspring's happy, healthy, wealthy. I just have so much to be grateful for. Few bumps in the road. Who cares about a few bumps in the road? I got so much to be grateful for. Toxic mindset. People just, in general, a lot of people have a toxic mindset, man. It's like, God is like, life is simple, man. Like I get up every rising and I look out my window right here and I see the beautiful trees and I go outside and I'm like, you know, I can't help but to be non-toxic. I can't help it, but shoot, there's toxic people out here in the country too. But being toxic, that just comes from so many things. The way you was raised, you know, people being programmed by everything they see on the internet and the TV. I don't think anybody's born toxic. I don't think a baby come out of womb just smoking and drinking and talking shit and just doing toxic shit. This is all learned behavior. Toxicity is just learned behavior. Can't control your emotions, your mind, you know. A broke mindset, that's another learned behavior. You grow up hearing people talking about, man, I'm broke. What you think I'm rich? What you think money grow on trees? Closed mindedness. I'm not talking about closed mindedness as far as going past God's law and being some type of sexual deviant. I'm talking about closed mindedness as far as the possibilities of the universe. When you feel like, oh, I could never be rich, that's just, you have to be born rich or God have to give you certain abilities for you to be rich. Some people just meant to be poor. Some people have that mindset. you know um let's go with your success has nothing to do with a credit score. How many people we know became millionaires and have bad credit? They won the lottery. They started selling food on the streets, like the guy that started Pollo Tropical in Florida started selling food on the streets, and in a few years was able to sell Pollo Tropical. Not a few years, but it took a number of years, about 10 years or so. um, but in a certain number of years was able to sell Pollo Tropical to, I think, Coca-Cola or something like that. And now for like $2 billion, I think it was $2 billion or $200 million, something like that, right? So you can be successful and not have perfect credit. You could just come up with an idea. You could write a book. You could write a movie. You could come up with the lottery numbers. Success has nothing to do with your credit score. Nothing to do with it. That's a program. Oh, you need good credit so you could buy this and buy that and invest and do this and do that and the third. No, has nothing to do with it. Okay, people kill themselves to have good credit for no reason. It's another programming. Past relationships, I know how it is. You stuck in that world of somebody did this to me. My mom abused me. My dad abused me. Whoever abused me, um, ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, did this to me, that to me. So now I'm fucked up. That has nothing to do with if you're successful or not. Nothing to do with it. These are things that unfortunately, you know, people use as an excuse, um, consciously or subconsciously, to not try harder. Okay, how many people we know have been abused, have been in bad relationships, and end up being successful? Okay, look at Oprah Winfrey. Despite whatever um conspiracy, um I'm just saying conspiracy, but I already know. But despite whatever thing she got going on, um, she's a successful woman, right? She's well spoken. She has, you know, um, a level of success that a lot of people cannot obtain. And she was abused, raped, everything like that. Okay. Mike Tyson, he's from the streets, became the baddest man on the planet. All right. And I still consider him the baddest man on the planet. I just think he threw the fight. All right. So your past relationships, your past situations have nothing to do with you manifesting the right situation. Mike Tyson manifested a situation where somebody saw him, saw the potential in him, took him in, trained him, turned him into a gazillionaire, worth 300 million dollars in his 20s, early 20s. That would probably equate to about $1 billion, 2, $3 billion right now, in his early 20s, from the streets, right? Um, your upbringing, another, thing that has nothing to do with your success. Generational curses. How many people we know have broken generational curses, right? Their families have always rented and been poor, and now all of a sudden this one person come along and become a lawyer, a doctor, a basketball player, football player, just very successful in whatever, a YouTuber, right? Past abuse, that's self-explanatory. I kind of said it already. Educational level. The dude that started Wendy's, Dave Thomas, he had an eighth grade education. Eighth grade education. All right. How many people we know have little to no education and became very successful millionaires? And how many people we know have 2, 3 master's degree and homeless? I know somebody right now, 3 master's degree, three, a teacher, and live at home with their family, basically homeless, and in their 40s, almost 50s, 3 master's degrees. Okay. Being born rich and wealthy, self-explanatory. We know too many people is born poor and broke and became wealthy. I think the dude from the Fugees, Wyclef Jean, he said he was born on dirt floor, lived in Haiti, then lived in a ghetto in New York. But by the time he was 18, 17, 18, 19, he was a millionaire. A millionaire from music. How many babies you have? Look how many, we know a lot of dudes, a lot of women with a lot of babies. I was watching a podcast the other year. A lady had like 6 babies, living in a hotel, lost her job, and started a t-shirt company and became a millionaire. Became a millionaire. Another lady, this real estate lady, got about 5 babies, went to real estate school, and ultimately became a developer and became a millionaire. Right? Your body. A lot of people are body conscious, but look at Lizzo. You know what I'm saying? This girl is, not considered, having the best shape, but she's a millionaire. She's very successful, you know? So these excuses we give ourselves not to be successful are not excuses. The root cause of your ability to not manifest your true desire is you don't have control of your emotions. You have to control your emotions. Okay? Then control your mind, right? And that will give a type of energy about you. That's why people be like, you don't have nothing about you, or don't be with them. They don't have nothing about them. You have to have something about you. Okay? And people will fuck with you just on your energy. I fuck with people just on energy. Just on energy. I met a guy the other day. He said, "Hey man, I see your sign on your truck. Dang, okay, to get your number. I got some real estate properties. I need somebody to help me out with every now and then." He's like, "How are your prices? You got fair prices?" I looked at him like, soon as he said that, his energy told me everything I needed to know. Like, fuck you asking me my prices for? What that got to do anything? You should ask me the level of work I do, not my fucking prices. You know what I'm saying? Like I've dealt with so many investors, and the successful investors don't ask me nothing about my price. Matter of fact, they be like, I don't even care what your price is. They be looking at the level of work that I do. They pay according to that. So right then I knew, man, this dude could call me if he want to. I ain't doing shit for him. Cause I already know I could do top-notch work. He just gonna pay me whatever number he got in his mind. It could be a low number, high number, but I already know it's probably a low number. And I only try to do top quality work. So I don't know anything else. I don't know how to do low quality work. You know what I'm saying? Um, I believe that numerology also has a lot to do with our life path. Oh yeah, after learning God, GG33. After learning from GG33, it's easy to see. Oh, I need to go check them out. That's the YouTube channel GG33. I definitely need to go check them out. The Magnificent Magic of 369. He got 33 vertebrae. They say Jesus died at 33. 33-degree Masons are the highest level. Um, Something else. 33. Um, I found out was 33. But yeah, 33 is everywhere. They use 33 as an epic for everything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So, master your emotions. Start there. You know, master your emotions. Once you learn how to master your emotions, get your emotions under control. Like, man, get yourself under control. God damn it. You know, people be trying to get you under control because they want you to get your emotions under control, right? When the police pull people over and arrest people, and your mom and dad spanking you, or you spanking your babies, it's all people like, you out of control. It's a control thing. You out of your emotions. People trying to get you to, control your emotions. You got to start there. You got to start with your emotions. You got to control your emotions. If you can control your emotions for a certain period of time, and your mind, like, to where you reprogram yourself, you reprogram your mind, right? If you could, abstain from sex for a certain period of time, control that emotion that you have to have sex. If you could control that emotion, you have to spend money frivolously. If you could control that emotion to want to fight all the time, if you could control that emotion for anxiety, um if you control all these emotions, and your mind starts to reprogram, Control your emotions. Start there. All right. Get in the mastermind 754-229-0940. All right. Love you guys. Peace.